Good morning. This is Don V with Truth Be Told, and we have a lot of alleged information from Gene Decode and Cirsten W about DUMBs, deep underground military bases. Any rate, without ado, let's go ahead and move right to it.
Gene?
Hello, Kirsten. Thank you. God bless you all and love you all. Thank you. Welcome to Gene 41. I can't wait till it's 45.
Yeah, there you go.
Say this was dedicated to Donald.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Well,
That'll
it's
be
going to be
beautiful.
number. What is it going to be? What's it going to be now? Number 19 or something like that when he comes back.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So
Okay,
that'll
so
be beautiful.
you got the screen control, so you can add whatever.
Yeah, so you probably know about what's going on in China. Yes, Kirsten?
Well, you can talk about it.
They're like house to house, door to door, dumb by dumb, taking down the C squared P and
Yeah.
Xi Jinping and Putin.
You can say anything you like.
And it's,
Yeah, CCP. Yeah, correct. There we go.
oh, CCP,
What about Xi
yeah.
Jinping? What did you say about Xi Jinping?
He's working, helping with Putin and the alliance, taking out the cabal.
Yeah, and of course I heard that there's other troops in there to help. There's American troops, there's Russian troops, there's Australian troops, there's Canadian troops, there's English troops, and there's South Korean troops, is what I heard.
Yep. And yeah, and it's actually all a coordinated worldwide effort. Like I showed on your last show, there's the Helos in Germany. They're now an op going this last month. It's continuing into this month in Hungary, just like what I showed last week with the helicopters. They have a huge operation in Hungary. They're gearing up for one in Australia. They've already replaced Castro Jr. with a Native American Chinese, I think she's Chinese Asian lady who's running a republic there until they can have a referendum and a vote for a new president. And so that'll be upcoming as soon as DJT is back in here. Their public's here, then they're going to do that in Canada.
Filipino lady that's in Canada? Is that legit or what's happening there?
That's legit. That's like Jason Gould was in the U.S., a temporary holding maneuver by the alliance until they could get Trump in. So the holding alliance, a maneuver for the time they can get a constitution republic put in place in Canada, because
her name
corporation
is
is
Ramona something. Ramona something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramona did it with her, something like that.
Yeah.
And so she's actually cleaning up and doing tribunals, and that's all going until they can come together and have the people vote on a constitution and vote on a new president for Canada. And then each province will have to decide its own referendums if it wants to be part of that or not. And so it'll have to be, by the vote of the people, which will be actually honored, like in the case with the situation here with DJT. Right. They're going through state by state, Maricopa County, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, Texas, a lot of counties and states are doing the same thing, and they're getting things ready. So it is, a lot is going on, and they're doing massive weather warfare in Canada on Wuhan. They had the tornadoes, like I showed last time, and the hailstorms. Right. That's continuing. You can't even see Three Gorges Dam anymore. If you go on Google Earth, it's an old picture of the straight one. It's like when the bank robber comes in, takes a picture of the hallway before he goes and puts it in front of the camera. Right. So you look and they've replaced it, and you don't even see the real Three Gorges because it is got an island growing out the side of it. All that clay is being forced out, and there's this big, huge island of clay coming out of the side of Three Gorges Dam. It's like trash and debris from all the dams that broke upstream. That's ongoing. There's actually the Space Force is taking stuff out.
There's another 2 dams on top of it. Yeah, there's 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like in China, they're, we went into what all those huge amount of earthquakes in the Qinghai, however you pronounce it. We did that last time and talked about that. Now they're actually also going into Dali, D-A-L-I. There's a massive amount going on there as
Where's
well.
that? Where's Dali?
So,
Where's D-A-L-I?
yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
No.
This province, Y-U-N-N-A-N.
Yunnan. Yunnan.
Yunnan. So again, you
Or
see
it's
the
H-U-N-A-N, isn't it Hunan? It's Hunan, H-U-N-A-N. Hunan.
yeah.
Yeah, Hunan province, correct.
Okay, so you see again the customary depths you would expect to see.
Yes.
And the dome is here, but of course they use waterways and regular thoroughfares to hide the maglev noise. So you've got this going on here as well. And then, you know, you've got stuff, they're isolating stuff coming in, the maglevs coming in from different directions, as you see. So that's, you know, you can continue to see the isolation of the lines coming in and then the dumps being taken out. Also one way up here. In Russia. So there's stuff in Russia they're taking out too.
You did a whole stuff for Rick on Amsterdam. Are you going to do some for me on Amsterdam?
Sure, if you want that, we can do that. It's a long thing, but we could do those.
No, but we can do it. You know how we do it quickly. We do it quickly.
And they're also doing, Morocco. And, you know, they're also going into Greece. That's natural. Sorry, that's not the one. There we go. So that.
Do you know if the QFS is in motion now or no? They said the switch.
Yes, it's actually up and running, and they're getting ready to bring that online too.
But the switch system is not down
said
yet.
Last time they hijacked their accounts. They locked them out through their passcodes.
The 90. Yeah.
Yeah, and it turns out that the gold in the dome, they're going further into the dome under the Vatican towards Jerusalem. Mm-hmm. It's not 34.7 quint. That's what they removed. They got in the next section.
When you say quintillion, yeah.
Quintillion.
Quintillion. Right.
Yeah, now they got into another part. So that dome, of course, goes from the Vatican, goes through Albania, you know, comes down through Greece, and then goes all the way to Jerusalem. Well, now they're, you know, as they're going into this area here, they found more gold. That's the Vatican dome still, but they found more. So now they're talking in the septillion. It's like, why don't we just say Googleplex at this point? It's like you're getting into numbers I don't even comprehend.
So
it's like there's that much gold.
Is the Alliance doing it or just the United States?
The Alliance full.
So where's the gold going to? Us, to America, or where is it going to?
Going all over the world because they have meticulous records for every dome they find stuff in. They have records of where the gold in that dome came from. This part now is from Singapore, Thailand, and Philippines.
What are they clearing? What's in Singapore? There's no
gold that's here. Is actually the gold from the Asian countries other than China?
Oh, so they're storing it in Singapore?
No, it's the gold that was raided from Singapore, Thailand, and Philippines.
Oh.
It was taken away long, long ago.
And it was taken to where? Where was it taken to? China?
To the Vatican. To the
Vatican. To the Vatican. Oh, wow. Okay. So Singapore, where? Indonesia, and where did they take? Where did they
Philippines.
Take? Philippines. Okay, got it.
So they're repatriating it to those countries.
Okay, great. So.
So, you know, they're clearing out a lot of stuff in Africa, as you can see. Ethiopia, this stuff going on here in Rwanda, Namibia.
Namibia, yeah. That's where they got the weird beef coming in from, yeah.
Yeah, Mozambique, although it says Zimbabwe, it's actually Mozambique. And then also into South Africa. So, I mean, that's the heart of evil on the whole African continent, almost the world. The most children and things in any dump is here.
Right.
So when they get to cleaning that out, it's going to be absolutely off the chart. So, and then they're continuing to clear out, the stuff we see in the U.S. due to the situations here. So that's ongoing. You can see a lot of activity. So there's a lot of things going on. I mean, it's really beautiful, and all of what's going on. We got new person running Canada. They're cleaning out the CCP. They're repatriating gold. They're, weather warfare, huge. I don't know how long. It boggles my mind that the Three Gorges Dam is still there at all, with a big, huge mud cluster glowing out the
Well,
side on the left side.
they're draining it out in a way where they're not, getting rid of a bunch of people. I think they're just flooding it out slowly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then people all over the world are waking up. Like here's in England. This is hilarious and beautiful. I mean, it makes me laugh with how people are waking up to the cabal. So.
All right, guys. I got to break in just for a second here. This video is cute, and I would really like to watch it, but I don't want to get a strike. So we're going to go ahead and move on to just past this video.
He can stick it up, where.
Yeah. I want to see those. You did a really beautiful job on those Norwegian dams. If we can just get, I was looking at it. If we can whip through that really quickly, that would be awesome.
Sure.
And are they? Oh,
sure,
I was going to ask you a question. Have they cleaned up anything in Australia or New Zealand yet, or is it still under deep state control?
They are working on it, yes.
But they're still under deep state control.
No, they're actually working on that. They're starting to. So let me go here. So let me share.
Canada still seems to be under deep state control because they're blocked from coming into the U.S.
Yep. So you can see this location, which heads into Pine Gap. That's actually a facility that tried to take out a space asset that did a boomerang effect on it and devastated the surface portion of the
Pine Gap is
facility.
NASA, NASA. We know that.
Yeah, of course it is. So
NASA,
here,
the evil NASA.
Nulagine, Australia, however you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the Western Australia, they're taking that out. So they are heading in and actually working in Australia again too.
Mm.
So I think that's all the wonderful news. I mean, it's all good news.
Yeah, but did you have anything from me from Amsterdam, what you did? Do you have any?
Yeah, I would ask Henny to come on with me to do that because I don't speak
yeah,
Dutch,
but you have the
it is.
pictures, though. You have the pictures, no?
Yeah, I could pull it up, but it's massively long.
Okay, let's just do a teaser. Let's just do a teaser for next week, so you can say next week Hanny will come on.
Yeah. So this is part 3 of that. I'll pull it up. So.
Yeah, the pictures were gorgeous. I don't know where you got them from, but they were gorgeous.
That's Hanny.
Are you getting them? Gene?
Does code that's developing code for a website for the Blessed for Service so they can help them answer emails because it's 4,000 emails a day.
Oh, gosh.
And he and I are putting together a Decode. He did a study of the 10-kilometer earthquakes from 1904 by presidency all the way up. And it's incredible. You don't see anything till like 1944 when we got nuclear weapons. And then you see it massively. And then it's exactly where those maps I showed that come, the black and white maps that come from the Majestic 12 documents that were released through Freedom of Information. You could search it out on the web, dumb maps, they're all over. And then that cutting edge, which was, cutting edge group, that's the black map with the green dots. And if you overlay the earthquakes on those, and then also if you overlay the constellations on those, they all match up perfectly to the 10-kilometer earthquakes. So yeah, I'll share the Netherlands stuff here and just kind of flag through it as a teaser here, like you said. So this is the province of North Holland. which you see there. And then you have, and so Netherlands, the Netherlands, which you see here, it's about 60 to 80% of it, depending on what era you want to go, is reclaimed from the sea. It's very low. There's hardly anything above sea level. If it is, it's not more than 100 feet above sea level. So you have all of these dikes and different things that are isolating. And so the whole place is actually a massive underwater, dam. I mean, they created a lot of things to pump out water and things. But so what you actually have is not so much, these pictures aren't like dams, it's entrances to dam, the dam that is. Yeah, there's just tunnels and stuff going everywhere, because the Merovingian line, the head of the Merovingian line and the cabal on earth now is the family Orange, which is Netherlands black nobility, their nobility line. So
the pesos were taken out, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's beautiful. What is that? Whoops, that was another provincial.
That's they have these fortified cities. Walls. It's part of the wall that was built during, the history of Netherlands. And there's a man that actually, in the last Decode we did on Blessed to Teach, he did a presentation on YouTube and talked about the satanic ritual abuse that he was forced into in these fortified cities.
I see.
All over. So you have these fortified cities throughout that. And he was actually, he's the only living survivor. He's now in hiding. He had to leave Netherlands because they killed everybody else. So you have this fortified wall stuff that goes throughout the Netherlands. And it's literally representing, I mean, it's not just a star fort kind of thing. It's also representing the crown, or the crown of the house. Yeah, it represents the house of
Netherlands is Dutch. Is that Holland? Netherlands. Is that the same thing?
No, Holland is not Netherlands, but it is, I believe they speak Dutch. Okay. If I'm correct. I think I'm correct.
They do.
I can't read their language at all. I mean, almost every time I read it, it's not even close.
So Netherlands is like between Germany and Holland, then, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. We don't know.
I'm not good at that part of the world.
Okay.
I haven't been there. That's why.
I haven't been there either. Do I want to go? No.
So you have all of these star forts, these old star forts. You go into the dams, and they do trafficking, and they do satanic ritual sacrifices. Amsterdam's actually surrounded like 1,000 points of light. So on the Beltane and the various satanic holidays, they'll get in there at midnight and do satanic sacrifices to light the whole city of Amsterdam up.
Are they cleaning them out?
Yes. Yes, they've done the Hague, or the Hague.
The Hague, yeah.
They've done that already. That was like so many children, it was off the chart. That's
submarine base at the top and a nuclear bunker at the right. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just really, really amazing.
This is theirs, not ours. Navy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Royal Institute, and again, all your museums, all your hospitals, all your prisons, all your mental wards, all of that is going to be run into the dumps and all of that. So like, here's the submarine facility museum. Mm-hmm. This is a museum. And that's all, very, very cabal and satanic. Mm-hmm. A lot of what's going on in there. So, I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And all of these old, what look like abandoned, they look like there's nothing there. Right. But you have frequencies that they change it. It's a tactile hologram. So you can go in these, and people said, you can run into the wall and make yourself bloody. There's nothing there. That's how they make it look. So you hit a frequency like the one I watched in Alamana Crater with 2 ICBMs on the semi flatbed, drive into the Alamana Crater wall. While I was watching, I'm like, what? Then I go down there, I can climb on the thing. I'm like, I don't understand. So yeah, when you don't have the frequencies keyed up, this is feels like solid rock. As far as you can feel, as far as you can see, as far as, but then they hit the frequencies and frequency match it, and it becomes where you can literally go right through it. It's just so bizarre. And so, I mean, it just, so they have these entrances on and on and on, one after another into these underground facilities. And they have all these old facilities they built that seem to be abandoned, but they use them for ritual abuse and all of that stuff, and to do their trafficking and all of that. And then we did into the Rotterdam, where the Ever Given was supposed to pull in. That's the deepest port in Europe, in that whole part of Europe. So all of the big ships like the Ever Given can't pull in anywhere else. So they come into that port. It's 100% automated. It's 100% automated, which means the ships pull in and they're automatically offloaded onto semis or rail. And then only Evergreen has the ability to ship their containers straight to their destination without being searched in between.
You know the CCP. You know the CCP ship that hit the Taiwanese port and destroyed it. That was a link to Ever Given. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I did a whole show on that.
That's being remediated now too. So that Rotterdam is.
What are those buildings right there? What are those little abandoned buildings? Oh,
these are all the old fortifications for World War I and World War II and all of that.
Are there dumbs underneath? There's dumbs underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all entrances now.
Oh, wow.
And so Rotterdam has a fence on two fences, and the inside fence, the barbed wire is leaning in. For a fully automated place that all that's there is a 2-lane road in and a 1-lane road, 2 lanes, 1 lane in, 1 lane out. You stop at a guard check, your vehicle's completely searched. They check your identity, everything. And all the people in there are security. There's nobody in there. The ships are completely offloaded, automated. Why do you need a fence facing in? What are you keeping in? Product, as they refer to us? Yeah, exactly. So, this is being, a lot of what is, we're talking about dealing with, and they're cleaning it out and all this. So there's so much going on right now. It's just incredible. And
wow, those pictures are amazing.
Yep. And so you remember I showed you the helicopters in Germany. Now they have that, 150 of the Osprey and the Blackhawks well, now they have that in Hungary too. There's an ongoing operation that started in May in Hungary. And so
are those American Blackhawks or from other countries?
Yeah.
American.
Yeah, American Blackhawks. So that's an ongoing operation going in Hungary too now. So that's another thing. So
did you hear about the false flag that they're going to do to one of DJT's clones?
Yeah, they're going to try. Not going to happen.
They're going to try.
Oh, yeah. So you can see the outline, how these things are built.
Oh, I see the star.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Really, how come it's built on the satanic symbology? Yeah, nothing there. Pentagram on top of a pentagram. I mean,
on top
really.
of a pentagram on top of.
Yeah. So I mean, this stuff, this is just they're saying it's just museums and just this and just that.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah, right. Sure. Just happened to do this Van Gogh museum, and there's all here's this Eye of Providence partially lidded open, and all this satanic kind of. You just happen to build that thing every time with it. I mean, just black and white floor, right? Just happens to be a Masonic floor. Just happens. So just so coincidence.
Oh, that's
and this thing, this Nemo Museum, Nemo Science Museum. This is a distorted boat. Okay, and why this color? That's referring to human trafficking. And look at this room.
Was that the artwork in there, or what's going on?
Yeah, this is artwork, so it's all distorted. This is referring to Mark Ultra.
Is that the boat? Is that a painting or something, or what is that?
Oh, that's the building itself.
Oh, the building itself. Oh, wow. So what was that? What was the one before it? What was? Oh, that's a different building completely. That's
another.
Oh, that's
so this building here, this museum. This is how it should distort your mind. It's symbolizing that. And so then they're talking about child trafficking and the stuff that goes on. And here you have the person being trafficked, the being
Okay, all
persons
good
being
victim.
tortured.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all this, and they, you have all of this sacred, this sick
Nemo.
symbology. Yeah, enemy, new me, omen, omen. I mean, it means many, many things. It's all distorted. You have doors over windows.
Oh, gosh.
So you have doors into the back of your consciousness, windows into your soul. You have the satanic ritual abuse, the black and the white. You've got the sick colors, all of this, the House of Orange stuff going on. The black bloodlines, they always use purple for their nobility. They think they're purple, and they're in service to the creator. Yeah, their creator is not a creator at all. Satan doesn't create anything. He just accepts destruction, death, and war. And so it's just all of the satanic symbology in this museum. And across from the museum, look at this. This is the pier coming out from, here's the Nemo Science Museum that we were just showing. Okay?
Right.
What's it on? A giant phallic pier?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
I mean, come on. I mean, how obvious can you be? So here's that Nemo Science Museum. Here's another part of it here. You have every name in here is meaning things like owls and all kinds of stuff. And everything in here is tied to Cabal family stuff. So it's off the chart. This area is like just so obvious, it's beyond belief. So, like I was saying, Uhlenberg. So if you look in here, you'll see Uhlenberg. That's Owlsburg. That translates English to Owlsburg. So we know what the owl means. Like you have the giant owl in Bohemian Grove. That's Moloch.
Right.
What exactly? Why are you naming it that? Really, really obvious, right? Rapenberg. Rappenberg. I mean, come on.
Rape,
you gotta go.
Rape and Berg.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's just so obvious. So Royal Palace, here's Atlas holding up the world. Like they hold up the world. Their gods hold up the world. Yeah, right. No, your gods aren't gods. Your gods
Royal
are dope.
Palace, and that's beautiful, but wow, it's all demonic looking. It looks really demonic.
Yeah. And it's just, and then of course, again, here you go with floor patterns again. And right across from the monument, what do you have?
Oh.
Obelisk. Yeah. It's really, really obvious. And, I mean, some of this architecture is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Madame Tussauds.
A lot of work. Madame Tussauds, is that the wax museum? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what that is.
Yeah, Madame Tussauds wax museum.
Yeah. And some of the displays in there are pretty
realistic.
Yeah. Then you got Central Station. Of course, train stations have, like in the DIA. I was listening to two stewardesses coming off of a flight, and older one was telling the young one, "Don't get off when we get to the terminal because I got us the secret tour." Yeah, where the train goes to somewhere under the domes. Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
You might not come back. So, they might not come back from that tour.
Yeah, the younger one probably doesn't come back from that tour. We've been invited for dinner. Yeah, she's been invited as dinner.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the sex museum. This is all in that same area. So here's a sex museum. And look at this in the museum. I mean, here you go. Satanic stuff like crazy. I mean, it's not just a sex museum. What's that about?
Those horns.
I mean, really. Yeah. Satanic as heck. And there's the 1,000 points of light, the satanic, Satan rises, 1,000 points of light stuff, all of that stuff. Same thing, over and over. Here we go again. And, they use universities. They hijack the minds of our youth at universities and alter them and all of this stuff. They always have them under airports, entrances or dumps like DIA. Same thing in Amsterdam. Same thing all over Netherlands, Rotterdam, everywhere you go. And then you got these symbols they use, and they make us believe that this means, oh, we're saving you. Yeah, saving us for dinner. Yeah, right, sure. So, it just goes on and on and on. And then the Hiltons all have jump gates. They connect to each other all over the world. So they can get in a Hilton at LAX, the one near LAX, and be in this one, like go down the elevator, hit the jump gate keys, and be in this one, and step outside, 30 seconds later, they're over here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The technology, the portal stuff, technology they're using, those interdimensional. Phew. So,
Wow. This is like a huge agricultural science show.
yeah.
This is a agriculture slash science show.
And of course, here you have the pavement at the however you pronounce that. I don't speak Dutch. Bursplen. Some probably close.
You're German, you should know.
Remotely close with that.
Yeah.
And then you have, what do you have here? It looks like a ship's wheel, but it's actually, again, the 1,000 points of light, like George E. Sr. said. We really have a chance at a new world order. From 1,000 points of light, a new world order. An order of law. Yeah, their law. We have no freedom of law. We have no, anything. We're just their slave race. So, and of course they do it under their banks. And I mean, the whole place is nothing but entrances to the dumb that's underneath.
Oh, wow. Unreal. This is really like a archaeological dig and a science show all at once.
It is. And so, yeah, I'll have Candy, if you'd like, she could come on and we could do your show.
Yeah, definitely.
And we could run through this really quick.
I'd like to do the other person's show, and
absolutely. I'll ask him. I just finished Fissig, and I'll ask Crystal if she'd like to have you on, and James Rink from Super Soldier. I don't know about James because he mostly focuses on super soldiers and military intel. But,
well, that's what I have. It's called. If you never read my book, that would be military intel.
Okay, yeah, I'll contact him.
Okay.
See if I can ask them to have you there, Chris.
Okay,
Kirsten, it's the least I can do for you, making me known.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I
love Kirsten because she's known the whole world. She knows Gene Decode because of mostly Kirsten. I mean, I was on Rick's show, and then Rick told me about Kirsten about me, and then between Kirsten and Rick, it's the whole world is like all over, and all these.
Everyone knows Gene Decodes. Gene Decodes.
Just because of Kirsten and Rick, so I have to honor that, and so I'll try.
Thank Kirsten you, and I want to call this Gene Decode 41. Should I call it?
Well. That's really interesting information, that's for sure. Alleged information, and we're going to make sure that it's all alleged. Wow. That's all I can say. Any rate, this is Don V with Truth Be Told, and we hope you enjoyed this video. We are broadcasting out of Arizona under partly cloudy skies in the mid-70s. What a beautiful day. At any rate, we are out of here.